you're cute and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Woman, you're cute and you don't need no makeup. Original cute body makeup on model. Physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, physically fit, physically fit, physically fit. Woman, nice, freak, fantastic. Picture body ocean at the big tight and woman and nice, sweet, energetic. Picture body ocean at the big tight and woman and nice, freak, fantastic. Picture body ocean at the big tight and woman and nice, sweet, fantastic. Picture body ocean at the big tight and
Hey, everybody! Are you ready to get started tonight? We have a lineup of amazing things tonight. Lots of great tips, lots of great ideas. Drop us a comment. Let us know that you are here. And remember that you need to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and give permission for us to see your name. Once you've done it once, just keep it from then on out so that way you don't have to keep doing it over and over and over. Right now in the comments, have your friends tell them to get on over here. We need them to be here with us as we get started here tonight. So welcome. Who's excited to be here tonight? Go ahead and let me know in the comments. I'm looking to see what you have to say tonight. Hey Tina, hey Cynthia, good to see you. There's Charlie, I see Charlie over there. There's Jerry. Hey Jerry, once again, make sure you go to StreamYard.com/Facebook and say, yes, you can see my name so that we can be able to pick you up and not just be Facebook user. Hi Gloria, welcome, glad to have you here. Once again, make sure you put your name in there, make sure you tag your friends. Let them know, hey, come on and watch it. Remember also that we are streaming right now over to our YouTube channel. Over there on youtube.com/@the-race-sales. There you are going to be able to send a link to your friends that are not part of our Hooray family yet and invite them over. And I know you probably can't hear me really well with the music playing because I'm going to turn it off. There we go. All right, so back to getting you guys on and ready. We're so excited to have you here tonight. We have a great night of training for you. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and get started. But in the meantime, I'm going to challenge you all to get a friend on tonight. At least one, maybe two, maybe three. Could be someone that you've already welcomed onto the team and you just want them to get on to see how much they can learn and how supported they are in their Tupperware business. And of course, just maybe get a few friends to come and watch us on YouTube and decide that they too want to join our happy family here at Hooray Sales. So welcome everybody. I'm Marcia Brown, your business leader, which I just think means the person who's been around a while and has a lot to share. And I love to share with you guys. I love to help you guys. I want to see you all succeed to the biggest extent that you possibly can. So let's go ahead and get started for tonight because I want us to be able to get to that great training we have planned for you. So the first thing is we always like to start with a quote, and the quote for tonight is, "What's your why?" Now, you may not have thought about this, but we all have a why. Why do we get up in the morning? Why do we do the things that we do? Some of the things that we do are because, you know, it's kind of like we've always done it that way. We've always done it. It's sometimes things that were instilled in us when we were children, and we kind of feel like that's what I have to live up to. Or maybe we went through something and, you know, we felt like, you know, I need to have something to prove. But your why is really that thing that connects your heart to your action. Because see, when you can connect your heart why, then that's going to give you the drive to do whatever you want to do. So when you know why you do what you do, even the toughest days become easier. And let's face it, we're all going to have challenges. We're all going to have tough days. The key is that we have to recognize why we want to keep doing what we're doing. Otherwise, we need to find what we want to do and do that, okay? So, and I say that because there have been times when I felt really challenged in my Tupperware business. I was, you know, there have been, being in the business as long as I have, I can tell you that the Tupperware company has been through many, many changes. The general climate of the area that I lived in has changed many times. I moved several times during my Tupperware career, and had to decide, am I going to keep doing this or am I going to go do something else? But it always came back to, well, why did I start my Tupperware business? And what is it that I enjoy most about my Tupperware business? And that gives me a reason why I want to keep doing it. So when I started, I needed to make money. I mean, bottom line, that's always the first why. I need to make money. But the thing is that why of making money was I could do anywhere. Why Tupperware was because it gave me flexibility, because it gave me options that I couldn't get if I worked for somebody else. And that also became a why, that I wanted to be home. I wanted flexibility so I could be home with my children. I could be the mom and the grade mom and all those sorts of things that I wanted to do that I might not be able to do if I worked for somebody else. So finding that why. And then as my kids grew up, it changed because my why became the fact that I get to help other people live their why. See, for me, that's the why. I get to help people live their dreams. I get to help people find their why and use this business as a tool to achieve their why. So I want you to really think about this. If you've never thought about what your why is, I want you to figure that out. And I want you to put it somewhere where you can see it every day, and say to yourself every day when you look in the mirror, why am I getting out of bed today? What am I going to work my Tupperware business? Because today I can make a difference in somebody's life. Today I can be able to make $100 to be able to go towards the braces for my children. Today I can be able to start a whole new party chain and help people discover how Tupperware makes their life so much better. Those are the reasons you get up and you do what you do, because even on the toughest days, when you have a why, it's a whole lot easier to keep moving forward. All right. So one of the whys that we have right now is that in 2 days, our month of March is over. That's right. It's over. And we want to take full advantage of what we can do in these next couple of days. And we're going to talk about that tonight. But one of the things that we're all working towards with this end of the month is that we have sales goals that we're aiming for. And one of those goals is to sell $250. And you can get the entire fabulous, beautiful salad time host gift special for just $15. And you get that with your $250 in sales. So not $250 in sales, $2,500 in sales. Sorry, $2,500 in sales. You get it for $15. So you still have 2 days. And some of you might be going, oh my gosh, Marsha, I need $500. I need $1,000. Some of you might even be going, I need $1,500 to make that happen. But I'm going to tell you that if your why is strong enough, you can do anything in 2 days' time. Because I can remember once I had a challenge and my team, we needed to sell $12,000 in 3 days. Now, I did not have a huge team at the time. This was when I was younger in the business, and it was my personal team that I was working with. And I was like, oh my gosh, how in the world am I going to do this? And I sat down and I calculated, okay, well, if every person would do this, we could do it. So then I reached out to my team, and this was when we didn't have Facebook and we didn't have cell phones. We had to pick up the phone and call people, or we had to see people face to face to be able to get that commitment. I was on the phone. I called people. I just said, what do you think you can do in the next 3 days? And I got everybody to give me a pledge. And so then I looked at what else I needed. And I said, well, I guess that means that I've got to sell $4,000 myself in the next 3 days. And so then I sat down and figured out, well, who do I need to talk to? Who can I go to? And I thought about some of my friends, my customers, my hosts, and I reached out to them and I said, I have a really big goal and I need your help. And I went on it from that aspect. And we're going to talk about something similar to that you can do now to finish up this month strong. But the point I want to make is that in that 3 days, my team did pull off that 12,000. In fact, we went over that 12,000 and almost hit 13,000 in those 3 days. And it's all because I had a why and I had a focus, and I wasn't going to let what I couldn't do keep me from doing what I could do. And that's what I want you to always remember. So in the next 2 days, there is still time for us to do lots and lots together and to make things happen and to put money in your pockets and to put products in your kitchen. All right. Don't forget, we also have this fabulous bonus program that Tupperware offers you. So you want to check where you are for the month, because at $1,500 in sales for the month, you've already made your 25% on that. Tupperware is going to give you a $50 bonus, and every $500, they're going to give you another 50. And when you hit that magic $4,000 number, it jumps to $400. And so then at every 500, you're getting an extra 10% bonus. Now just think about that. At any other job that you go to, do they come in at the end of the month and say, well, we're just so glad that you worked every week, we're going to give you a bonus? But see, that's what Tupperware does. And so that's another reason why we want to work hard to be able to reap the rewards, because Tupperware gives us so much that we can take home with us because of our business. We also have 2 more days to share this amazing opportunity with somebody else, because we have these recruiter rewards for you, for that first person that you recruit who gets their $99 in by Wednesday. And once again, they may just want to go shopping for themselves. They may want to pass out a book and get a few orders of some friends. They may want to start a party and get those extra orders on the things that are ending on Wednesday to get them over the hump, to get that $99. They're going to get their vent and serve set. You're going to get your utensil set for $15. And then there's also, for the recruiters, you have this opportunity. Anybody that you brought in this month, working with them to get to that $500 will get you that fabulous universal cookware stock pot for just $35. And as I mentioned, for those new recruits who have their $99 in by Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. Eastern Time, they're going to get one of my favorite products, the Vent and Serve, a 5-piece set for just $20. All right. And another new program that we've just introduced for our new consultants that joined this month, when they submit $250 in their first 30 days, they're going to get a $75 credit that they can go shop till they drop in the catalog. And when they get to $500, they can get $150. So they have 2 options. They can stop at the $250, or they can go all the way and get that $500 and get $150, anything they want, for free. Or for $150 of the Tupperware, yeah, it's for free, so that they can go and pick out the things that they want to add to their kit, to add to their kitchen, to be able to grow their business. So many awesome things that we have available to us. And of course, by doing that, by building our personal sales and by sharing the opportunity with other people, we can move our business to that next level. We can qualify as a brand new manager with $3,000 in team sales. That's your sales plus anybody you've recruited, and 3 people that you've recruited. Once again, you can still do this in the next 2 days, because you might have part of the sales, you might have most of the sales, maybe you have the recruits, maybe you don't have the recruits. Focus on what you need in these 2 days. Make that your driving passion to use the ideas we're going to talk about tonight to make it happen. And by doing that, you're going to get a $250 business builder pack. And I can tell you, I've already seen a couple of them from folks who got theirs. They are amazing. And you also have a chance to win a $2,000 travel voucher. And then that puts you in place for next month to be able to qualify for these additional bonuses. Did you know that? That when you move up into leadership, you actually, your next month, have a chance to earn money based on your team's performance. So with $3,000 in team sales, you qualify for a $60 Vanguard bonus and 2% of your team sales. And it goes as a star manager, you get 3%, as an executive manager, 4%. When you hit your $3,000, $6,000, and $9,000 in sales, you also qualify for those Vanguard bonuses to go along with that Profit Plus. And for all of our new managers, for the first time, their first month out, when they hit that $3,000 and they get a recruit before the end of their first month, they get a $100 bonus. They follow that up the second month with a little bit more sales, $3,500 in sales with 1 more recruit for their team. They get the Ultra Pro and spatula. And the third month with $4,000 in sales, 1 more recruit. They get the smart multi-cooker and spoon. And by doing it all 3 months, they get their very own iPad 64 gig Power Up Award for free. That's right. Those are all free gifts for anyone who steps up to manager for the very first time in their first 3 months. So don't miss out, guys. You have time to make that happen as we grow. But right now, I have someone that I want to introduce you to. I am super excited to have her here with us tonight. If you happen to view last night's award ceremony for our Tupper Awards, you saw her recognized in a couple of different categories. In our recruiting category, she was one of our nominees, and she also was a nominee for our newcomer category. And in fact, she was the recipient of the Tupper Award for that as well. Please welcome the amazing Amanda Aliu. And actually, Amanda, I'm going to let you tell me if I've been saying your name right or wrong the whole time.
Hi, Marsha. Hi, everybody.
Amanda.
So it's actually Aliu.
Aliu, like Aliu? Aliu.
Yes.
Okay, Aliu. That's much more fun to say anyway.
Yeah, a lot of people say Aliu, though.
Okay, but Aliu.
Yeah.
Aliu.
Yes.
Aliu. Ooh, okay, I'll put a song to it. There you go. So it'll help me remember. So we're so excited to have you. And I just want to tell everybody a little bit about you, but then I'm going to let you take over and tell them a little bit about why you started Tupperware. But Amanda started Tupperware the end of January, kind of like the last day or the first day of February sales month. And so, last day of January sales month, January 26th, I think it was when you joined, and of course moved to manager her very first month. And during our qualification period, premier weeks, which was the last 2 weeks in February, first 2 weeks in March, she did rank as our #1 in sales from our newcomers, all those folks who started this year. And she has, she works a full-time job. She has a 18-year-old, is that right?
26.
20. No. 26. I'm trying to, my gracious, it blew me away. I was still blown away thinking she had an 18-year-old, a 26-year-old, guys.
Yeah.
She looks like she's 26 herself, doesn't she? Okay. But anyway, I'm going to turn it over to Amanda. And Amanda, just share a little bit about why you started Tupperware and what you've discovered about it.
So I initially just joined a party and was just going to shop at a party. And then I decided, why not? We'll just host a party and win some extra prizes and everything. And so on my party, we had Karen was directing my party, thank God. And so she had reached out to me and said, you're pretty good at this. Like, you're a natural. You should sell. And at first I said, no, I don't have time for it. I have a full-time job. I just don't have time for it. It's not what I'm looking for. And then as it went on, I don't know, I just changed my mind and just ran with it. So we flipped my party to my launch party, and it was extremely successful. I had over $1,000 launch party. I had bookings off of that. And then I was able to kind of just throw myself in, get my feet wet, and host my first 2 parties, which I did really well at as well. And, each rewards that had come out, the more that I was selling and the better I was doing, I was gaining all the rewards. So then I started setting goals for myself. And I said, well, I want to make sure that I hit that reward and the 2-week personal challenges. And I want to get multiple sets of the crystal waves. And I wanted to go through the Confident Start program, which I'm almost at the $5,000, which I'm pretty excited about already. So, it just got me extremely motivated to know that it's easily accessible. It's something that you can do. It is challenging, obviously, at times, and you just have to get really creative, and you have to think about, what is it that people are looking for. So it does take some time to get there, but I just kind of threw myself into it, and I did a lot of research. I drove Karen crazy. I asked her a million questions, and she was extremely supportive. The whole Goal Crusher group actually has been extremely supportive with answering questions and, coming together as a team and just helping each other out with ideas and, things that I was maybe not doing exactly right. And they're the OGs and know, how to throw a raffle, how to do certain things, and never hesitate to reach out. And then you as well, you were extremely supportive, reaching out and giving me that motivation of I can do it. And if I just kept pushing myself, I'd get there. And I was pretty excited to actually make manager in the first month. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Well, we're glad that you took advantage of it. But a couple of things that you said, and I just really want to hone in on this, because I think that this is what makes the difference, that, everybody has the same opportunity. And this is another real key thing, that, if Karen hadn't reached out to you and said, hey, you should give this a try, we might have missed out on you, and you might have missed out on all of this. So it's really important that we always mention to a host, I don't know if you've ever thought about this, but this is something you could do. And then the other thing that you said is that, you saw all the things that were available to you.
Mm-hmm.
And so once again, for us, we need to remember that we need to let folks know that. We need to let our customers know what they can get if they host. We need to let our hosts know what they can get if they join. We need to let our new consultants know, look what's ahead for you if you do these things. But you took it, and you took it that next step, and you said, I set goals. And we always have to be looking forward. We can't be looking back. There's that old saying that, we look in the mirror for where we're coming from, it's really small. But if we look through the big window in front of us, we can see a lot further that we can go. And so it's always important to be looking forward to where we can go as well. So when you think about your customers, because another thing you said that, you kind of are, what I took is that you're very people focused. You're always looking at, well, how can I help somebody, as a problem solver? What are some of the things that you look for as to how you can help your customers?
So one of the things I would start off initially with hosting parties is do a poll, and I would list every single category for things that we sell, just to get an idea of the audience. Like, what are you looking for? So I was kind of excited. It's a little cheesy excited, but I was still excited that, before the Vent and Serve sets went on sale, I was actually able to sell the set because I tagged somebody from the party, I showcased them one day, and they had mentioned that they were really interested in, microwave safe, reheatable stuff or, cooking. So I tagged her in that. And it just so happened that her kitchen was blue. She loved, and she was all excited about it. So she bought it. And, that just got me even more excited that, the poll actually works. It gives me an idea that if I can see where people are looking for certain products, then I can reach out to them and say, hey, check this out. You might be interested in this. Mm-hmm. And then just kind of, starting to see what works, what doesn't work. I'm still filling out the algorithms. That's been a little challenging, but, and just not giving up. I have moments where I'm like, oh, I feel like nobody's seeing my post. So then I try something different, or I get really creative with trying to make things, or, throw a game in there. But it's just constantly learning, the party, your audience, what might work, or just even separately reaching out to people too, talking with the host, like, hey, I noticed that somebody keeps looking, but they're not commenting or they're not buying. Do you want to reach out to them? And then the more we reached out to that individual, we figured, they just weren't ready to buy at that moment because they were waiting to get paid. And then, we would get a sale that way, but just keeping them engaged as well.
I love that. The idea of involving the host, letting the host know that, it's a partnership, and it's not you just trying to post and throw a bunch of stuff out there. It's really about getting the people engaged and getting the host to help you. When we used to do, like, everything was in person, beforehand, you'd get to the party a little bit early and you'd talk to the host about, tell me about who's coming and tell me a little bit about your friends, so that you had that information. So it's the same kind of concept, even in our virtual world, of, feeling out the hostess and saying, hey, I love what you just said. Hey, I noticed this person's, liking stuff, but they're not commenting on stuff, and just feeling it out. That, I think, is a really important piece too. And that's it, because it's about building relationships and getting people involved there as well. And I have heard lots of great things already, but I'm going to see if there's any of the, what ahas are people taking away already from what Amanda shared. And then just, if you were going to, because obviously you've only been in the business, not even 8 weeks yet, really. I mean, or just at
Yes,
8
I'm
weeks.
still learning a lot.
I know, so it's still new. But one of the things you said too about you went and you learned, you've been learning about products. How have you learned some of the things that you've learned? What have you taken advantage of to learn about the products and things like that?
So I kind of just sat with the catalog itself, and I would focus on different categories, and I would pick probably the biggest product that we had from it that I felt was more like I could showcase it, might have a better opportunity of selling it. And then I would go on Facebook. I would look at a million videos on, how did somebody else who sells this or has this product, like, how were they utilizing it? What were they making with it? Just so it helped me have a better, conversation with somebody about it. Just going into the catalog too and reading descriptions and the highlights and the details about it. I just kept exploring and researching a lot. And then if there was anything that I couldn't find answers on, again, just reaching out to the team, and everybody's just been so wonderful. And, they just give you really good guidance and answers to things. So when they're telling you how to do something a certain way, you listen, because, they've been doing it and they're very successful. So I've been trying to also just listen to what they're saying as well.
I love it. I love your initiative. I think that is a really important piece, is that, because sometimes people go, well, nobody ever told me that. Well, you know what? Sometimes you have to ask. And I always say there's no dumb question, just an unasked question. And so if you don't ask, you can't find out stuff. And you took advantage of that. Hey, can somebody tell me about this? But you also took that initiative to go look for stuff. We do have our Tup Now in the back office. It has lots of videos. Last week we had shown one about the whip and mix, and people were like, oh my gosh, I never knew that. And the video's there for us all to go and look at. So I check, with things like the Vent and Serve or whatever product is coming up that you want to learn more about, take the time to go learn those things and then ask someone, how do you use it? But I also love the fact that you went on and like Facebook and went hunting for stuff. I usually Google or go to YouTube and look for videos that other people have done as well to learn different ideas and different tips. Because, there's a lot of creative people out there, and I don't have to be the one that's so creative. I can just borrow from somebody else, and we all grow that way as well. So, Charlie, was there any things that you've seen that maybe some of the ahas that people are taking away from what they've heard here today?
The polls.
Oh, there we go. Asking what people want. They love that idea of that. The polls is a great idea. Love it. Love it. Yep. And I'm just looking to see what everybody else says. They're so excited for you. And look at this. They love this too. The fact that launch parties are the key to getting your business up and running. So guys, I want you to all show a lot of love to Amanda. Put some comments out there. Let her know. And Amanda, thank you so much for being with us. And thank you for representing the newcomer category so very well during our
thank you.
Thanks so much for being here tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Bye, everybody.
All right. So guys, wasn't that fabulous? I mean, I wrote down a bunch of notes myself over here because the key to this business is that we're all here to help each other, right? And we all want to learn from each other. And so don't hesitate to ask questions. Don't hesitate to put it out there. And, if you have a question, go on the page and ask that question. Reach out to your director, reach out to your recruiter, whoever. We're all here to help each other grow, and do take advantage of the things that are out there as well. And then I'm going to say, set your alarm to be here every Monday, because every Monday we have great tips to share with you. In fact, I have a few that I'm going to share with you tonight on how we are going to make the rest of this week fantastic. So who remembers this candy? Now and Later, right? The Now and Later candy. And I'm not sure why. I always thought, why do they call it that? But a couple of things about the Now and Later candies is, of course, they've been around for quite some time. And they call it the Now and Later because it's a long lasting. You enjoy it right now, but you're going to keep chewing on it because it's going to last a while because it's a taffy based. Did anybody know how many flavors there are in Now and Laters? Okay, I'm going to tell you. There are 12 flavors, and I'm going to give you 12 things that you can do now, or 12 things that we have to work with that you know now that you can use to grow your business. And so you want to think about that. And then we're going to talk about how the things that you're doing now help your business later, and the things that you can do that will keep your business going longer as well. So the first thing I want to talk about is your VIP groups. How many of you have a VIP group? Go ahead in the comments, put it in there that you have a VIP group. But I want to ask you this question, and I want you to put that answer in there when you put your comment. Is your VIP group on fire? So find that little fire emoji. And if your VIP group is on fire, I want you to put that little fire there so that we can see that. But what do I mean when I say, is your VIP group on fire? Your VIP group is on fire when you get new members every week. Are you adding new people to your group every single week? You have tons of engagement on the post that you are putting in there, and you're putting posts every day that contribute to allowing you to get orders every week from your group. But we're going to talk a little bit about how that all works. And one of the things that you want to think about is, what is the purpose of my VIP group? So I have a VIP group, and I have a business page, and I have a personal page. Now, I have a business page because the algorithms of Facebook are slightly different on a business page than they are on my personal page. And on my personal page, that people are going to go stalk that anyway. They want to know a little bit about who you are. And for those who were part of our Millionaire Mindset group that we had the last 3 weeks, one of the days, Brooke Sally talked about how to use your personal profile as a way to share your why, share your story. And it was important that you always have your picture on your profile. The same thing on your website. You need to be sure that on your my.tupper website, you have a picture of your profile so that people can put a face to that. Corinne talked about a few weeks ago when she was talking about how to build your contacts and using your QR codes and stuff, how she always made sure everything had her picture, because when people see it, they go, oh yeah, they connect that face to the name, and that's what you want. So my personal page is kind of my it's just where I share like personal things. Charlie and I go out on date night, or I share something, being in a softball game, watching my granddaughter play. So it shows who I am. I don't talk Tupperware on my personal page a lot. I do every once in a while, because I don't want to alienate all my friends and family and think, oh, all she's ever doing is talking Tupperware. I want them to know more about me as a person. Now, my business page is all things business, but it's not just, let me show you what's on sale. I share videos, I share recipes, I go live and talk about what I'm doing in the kitchen. I share things to celebrate. Stop the scroll. Our team just got recognized in the top 10 in the United States. Things like that, that kind of weave the story of my business with that personal touch as well. My VIP group is where I build a community with friends and family, and where my customers become like friends and family. Okay. And in there, it's about how you create connections. It's not about posting nothing to do with Tupperware. It's also about not just posting about Tupperware. It's kind of goes back to what Amanda said. It's about finding out what people's needs are and about creating engagement. So here's a few things to keep in mind. If you want your VIP group to be on fire, then you probably want to have a business page too, so you can connect the two, so that people who come follow you, because there's a much broader reach on your business page, and they follow you, they can then be added to your VIP group. Both of them will be a platform where you can offer what's on special and you can talk about products. Your VIP group is where you can offer some exclusive specials. Maybe you have some stock that you want to sell. Maybe depending on where you live, and you might want to do a raffle there, because to put it on your public page, it might violate some state laws or something. If you're in South Carolina, they don't like you to do that. So that's where your VIP group, which is private, is a little bit better place for that. But are you inviting people every week to join? This could be your host at every single party. You always want to invite your host to join it. You want to invite your party guest. You want to invite your new friends that you meet on Facebook to join your VIP group. You want to make sure that you have your QR code that directs people to your VIP group. So, as you're doing your parties, virtual, in person, where you're doing a vendor event in person, you can have your QR code. People can scan it. They can go. They can like your VIP group and be a part of your VIP group. You also want to, work on getting referrals. Now, what are referrals? Referrals are when the people that are in the group bring people to the group. All right. So that means that you need to be doing things to get for the people that are in the group to invite their friends. And see, they're not going to invite their friends if they think, oh my God, I can't stand being on here because all she ever does is try to sell me something. But if they are thinking, oh my gosh, I learned so much on this page. I get such great tips. I get some great recipes. I get to, have some fun. My friends will like this too. So they're going to invite their friends. So I would encourage you, maybe not every week, but every month at least, do some sort of a campaign to grow your group. And you could have a special drawing. Everybody that invites a friend gets a bonus chance, because our goal is, let's say we want to add 50 new people to the group. So everybody who adds somebody to the group will get a chance in this drawing, and you're going to give away something for free. And so it gets the people talking to other people and inviting them to come join it. And so you just make it really easy for them to do this. The larger the audience in your VIP group, the larger your customer base. Same thing kind of happens on your business page. But what's amazing on my business page is that I post a lot of videos on my business page. And what happens is these videos, somebody picks it up, they like it, they share it. Somebody else sees it, they like it, they share it. And before you know it, that video has gotten 10, was it the 7 degrees of Kevin Bacon? It's 7 deep away from me. And I've got people joining my business page, following me on my business page. I have no clue who they are. I've never met them. I don't even know anything about them, but they're following me and they're commenting. And you know what? They're shopping from me. Your business page is absolutely separate from your VIP group. They can be connected, but you can connect one to the other, but it can still be, there's complete separate entities, and your business page should be public. Okay, so if you've made it private, you can't really go back and change it because you want it public so that lots more people can see it. If your business page is kind of limited as to who can be in it, then only the people who are in it can see what's there and invite people to be in the group. So that's where the public business page has a little bit more reach to it. All right, so now let's talk about engagement posts. And I'm glad Amanda mentioned this too. Engagement posts can be things like a poll. Tell me what your needs are. An engagement post is anything that gets people commenting, gets people interacting with you. It's those silly jokes. It's a little video that makes people giggle. It's a picture of a cat, talking, laying on its back, talking about, I need some Tupperware or something. I'm going to show you a couple of cute ones that in just a few minutes, that can be the things that you use. It can be this or that. And sometimes it can be using Tupperware products, and sometimes it's not necessarily using products, but it's getting to people's needs, getting to people's wants, finding out a little bit more about the people, like what color do you like in your kitchen? What's your, and getting people to answer. You want people talking and you want conversations, because the more talk there is, the more people see them and the more people engage. And that's when the sales are going to come, because people are constantly checking in because they're afraid they're going to miss something. You've all heard of FOMO, FOMO, the fear of missing out. When your VIP group offers a lot of value, then and that value creates engagement. People want to check in. They want to know what's going on. When there's a special, don't just use the ones that Tupperware offers us, the generic flyers. They're fine, but you always want to add to that and follow up with what I call lifestyle posts. Those are pictures of the products in real life. Soon as yours comes in, you want to get it out. You want to snap a picture of it. So like I have my big set of bowls, and so you want to go, like something like this with these big bowls standing or maybe on the ground and you standing beside it, especially if you're shorter. The bowls will be almost as tall as you are. That would be fun. Or having them, look, Corinne did one that she used. In fact, that was the profile picture that she used for our awards yesterday, where she had the bunny ears on and the bowls, and she had it on, so it's like a lifestyle. So people can see the real product, because when they can see the real product and they can see the size of it in relation to a person, they get really more out of it and they get more engaged with it. So these are some things that it's really important to do on your VIP group. Think about your VIP group as it's like a mega party. And even in your VIP group, you could do something fun, like once a month, you might do some sort of a game night and do different kinds of interactive games, and give people ways that they can earn extra chances in the games. And the things that you give away can be really small things. They don't have to be a lot, or you can give them a free shipping on an order, and then so they have to place an order. The prizes can be things that are going to bring back more. They get $5 off their next order from you. They get no sales tax. It's no sales tax Saturday, and everybody who orders today doesn't have to pay sales tax. They just have to place their order with you. Now, in these cases, obviously, I'm giving up a little, but think of the goodwill that you're building. These customers are going, well, I'm shopping with Marsha all the time because she always takes care of us. Another thing that Amanda said earlier that was a really important point to keep in mind is when you hear, when somebody has bought something, or somebody's talking about one of their needs, that they need microwave products, then you reach out to them. You can post some things on the VIP page and then tag that person, because I thought about you when this came out. Sometimes you want to personal message that to people, but think of it as, I'm building a community, I'm building friends, and my friends are going to always want to hang out with me because I'm fun. Okay. So that's a really important part of your VIP group. Now, let's talk about now and later. So I wanted to put that out there because the VIP group is something you can work on now that is going to pay off for you later as well as now. But so what's leaving on Wednesday? You have 2 more days to promote these are the 12 things. Remember I said there's 12 flavors. There's 12 things you have to work with in the next 2 days that can make your now so much better. As Rebecca said, the Hummingbird collection, getting some different lifestyle pictures of that, not just the ones from Tupperware. Take a picture of them, put them on a table, use some of the pictures, kind of do what Amanda said, scout all over Facebook and grab some real life pictures that you see there and share those. The 5-piece Wondelier bowl set, the snack store large with the egg inserts. People are always asking about the egg tray, and these egg inserts go with the snack store large. If you have somebody who bought the snack store large, reach out to them and say, hey, I didn't want you to miss out on this. And if you don't remember who bought it, did you know that if you go into your view orders, up at the top, there's a search product. Just type in the product, like snack store large. Don't hit enter, just put snack store large, and also make sure that you've changed it to all, not just the last 10 orders, to all. Okay, so on the left side, it will say last 10 orders, last 20 orders, just put all. And in the bar where it says search product, put snack store large. Don't hit enter, just type it, and it's going to pop up with a little thing that you can look for, and go and mark that. Okay. And then you can figure it out from there. Reach out, click on those people's orders and say, and then you know, oh, Susie bought the snack store large last fall. I'm going to make sure she knows we have these egg inserts. They're going away, and see if she wants to get those. And you use that as a way to connect with people. Okay. So Snack Store Junior, aka the Bacon Keeper. It's a buy one, get one, best price we've ever had. The salt and pepper with the free butter dish, the whip and mix chef at only $39, the Vent and Serve round set, the Ultra Pro, the Flavor Saver, the utensils, and the free caddy, the bamboo and glass, and the Modular Mate round threes with the dripless seals. And we've shared different pictures on how you can put the whip and mix and the Modular Mates together as a syrup and pancake set. So lots and lots of different ways you can do those. And so one of the other ways you can take these is to create those stories. Okay. So of course, with the bamboo and glass, just showing some real life pictures of it. And the idea that it's BOGO, and maybe doing an engagement thing before and asking, maybe putting a picture of an open concept kitchen, where they have the open cabinets and they have glass and stuff sitting on it, or a pantry, and maybe where the doors are shut, or, you open the doors and it has Modular Mates. And it's like, which is your storage style? In the pantry or on the counter, or out in the open, and you get people commenting, and then you know which way to approach them, because then you could say, hey, we've got this really cool new product I thought you might be interested in. We have, this is another one that can be a really great one to do now. And this is where using your personal page or your business page can also be helpful. You can do this on your VIP group, but once again, we're talking about reaching a broader group of people. So on the left side, it says, friends, I'm working hard to achieve a goal. Would you put a simple post up for me on your wall? If I sell anything, you get a free gift coming your way. Are you in? Okay. Always end with a question. Aubrey talked about that a couple of weeks ago. Always end with a question so they feel like they have to answer you. Now, once they comment, because this is going to be on your page, and you want them to comment below. And so you can make a couple of things in there in the comments to get the conversation going. When somebody says, sure, I'll do it. Sure, I'll do it. Then you message them. Okay. You comment where they say, sure, I'm in. Say, great, I'm sending you a message. Okay, so then they know to go look in their messages. In the message, you're going to say, thank you so much for helping me. If you'll post this on your page and tag me, if anything is sold, I'll send you a free gift. Now, you're going to give them the words to say, and you're going to give them the picture to post. It's very important that they do the posting so that their friends see it, because you don't know all their friends. You're trying to broaden your reach. You're trying to get new customers. So you need to be able to reach new people. So you message her this, and you send her an image, and you send her the words to post. And this is something that you would send her. So in this case, I would send her, last call. My friend Marsha, okay, is taking orders for a 5-piece Wondelier bowls. Aren't the colors beautiful? Classic Tupper bowls, started at all. Wondelier bowls, limited inventory, 40% off, $39 for 5 bowls. If you've never owned a piece of Tupperware, here's where you start. Shopping link in the comments. All she has to do is cut and paste that on her page, and you send her an image, something like this, that she can copy and stick over there, okay? And see, you'll notice that none of these have prices on them. None of them are stock pictures from Tupperware. They're real life pictures. Okay, so you use this to kind of create the interest without people really going, she's trying to sell me something. They see it, they get excited about the colors, and it looks so pretty. And so your customer, your friend, is going to copy these words, post it on her page, paste it on her page, post this picture collage, just like I have here. And then she's tagging me, or they're going to tag you in the post. So you know she's posted because you'll get that little notification. Someone's tagged you. Soon as that happens, you're going to go over to her page. You're going to start commenting. You're going to put your shopping link in the comments. You're going to put, you can do it either just to your website, or you can create a party link for this person so that any orders that come in are counting for her towards a party. And so she could be getting parties. I had one customer, one of my customers that did this. She's like a former host friend. She did this with the Wonderlier Bowls. The last time we had the Wonderlier Bowls, and she sold over $500 this way. So this is something you could do tomorrow and pull sales into the next 2 days. And you're going to also in those comments, put some additional pictures. Go and search, find some more pictures of the Wonderlier Bowls. You can show some with food in them. You can put the one that has the prices on it and put that in those comments there. But that's not the first thing they see. You want them to see these others. So this is one example. Here's another. Are you ready for springtime entertaining? Tupperware snack store large containers are perfect to keep your goods fresher, whether to eat at home or take it on the go. Get a set of 3 egg tray inserts free with purchase. Shopping link in the comments. This is one that you could put on your VIP page. This is one you could do on your personal page and say, I don't always share on my personal page, but guys, this is too good to miss. And you could do this. This would also be one that you could share with a customer to get them to post. And then you can just add that little line, check out my friend, Tupperware's got this great special, check out my friend's website. And then they tag you in that website and you can do something. So be creative. The hummingbirds would be a great one to do this. If you have done something like this before, go ahead and drop in the comments and share what you've done and how it worked for you. Because, we all learn from each other, but this is just another way of taking and working with this. Now, all of these things are going away. So rather than just throw this out there, which almost can overwhelm people, pick different ones. And maybe over the course of, maybe the next 2 days, 3 times a day, you could post like one of these little lifestyle things and even a recipe. I created a lot of interest St. Patrick's Day by sharing an avocado deviled egg recipe, right? And then by doing the avocado egg recipe, people saw it and they got excited about the deviled eggs. And then I followed it with sharing the egg tray or the egg inserts and had several people reach out about that. So, look at the things the value. Remember, it's all about creating value and showing people what, because we want them, we want them to buy it all. Show them how they can get it all. Show them how pretty it looks together. They don't want just one, they want it all. And they can always buy just one, but if you show them all, they're going to want them all. Now, another one that you can work with right now is our entry kit, because this is another way that you can build now. You can get someone into your team now, and that's going to help you later. These products are our entry-level kit. It's the That's a Bowl Junior, the spatula, the Supersonic Chopper Mini, the measuring cups, and the measuring spoons. Guys, the Supersonic Chopper Mini is $50. So for $1 less, they get it, plus the bowl, plus the spatula, plus the measuring cups, plus the measuring spoons. Why would they not want to give it a try? Now, don't just say, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to buy anything, because you want them to buy things. You want them to sell things, but you don't have to throw that at them either. You just say, why would you not take advantage of this? We'll do a party and get you some more free Tupperware, and you can make some money at the same time. That's the worst thing that can happen, is that you get all this Tupperware and you make some money. And the best thing is that it could change your life, just like Amanda's life has already been changed in the 8 weeks since she started her Tupperware business. So this is another one you want to get out there. Maybe do something, a little recipe using the Supersonic Mini. And then this can be something you follow up with as well. If you're talking about it, do a video, share a video of it in use and get the conversation going. Show yours and say, what would be something that this would be helpful for you, and have them comment about what they would chop with it. Then you can reach out to them one-on-one and talk to them about joining your team. I always like to tell this funny story when I'm showing people how it works. How I had a customer at my party who, she saw me use it at the party. She heard me say, one pull is like 100 chops of a knife. So, you know, in a couple of pulls, you've got a, you know, it's all nicely finely chopped. She got it and she called me and she goes, I need to return it. And I said, why? And she goes, well, it's turning all of my onions into water. And I said, how many times are you pulling it? She said, about a dozen. I said, you did turn it into water. So you see, it's creating these funny stories. And when I share that with people, they think it's funny, but then they get the point. This thing's really good and they want it as well. So that's another now. That can also be a later. But the later are the things that are going to continue to grow your business. This is how you're going to create your money tree. And it's all about getting those parties into your book and using the tools that you have to get your parties in your book. So tomorrow, you know, right now we have our sample sale. And so, of course, if you haven't ordered your sample of these beautiful bowls, they're so big, I can't even hold them, along with this really cool strainer, which is actually a bowl and a strainer in one. So this way it's a bowl and you can actually wash your veggies and things in it. And then this way it sits and it's a strainer and it will actually strain off the water after you washed it. And it all fits inside of that's a medium bowl. So you can use it to strain with that as well. Of course, we also have the extra mini that is your booking gift right now. So once again, going live, showing some of the uses of those. So if you haven't ordered your sample, guys, these are your sample prices for these. This is the best time to get it for yourself. And then you can turn around and show these and share these with people. And if you don't want them for yourself, you can sell them at the end of it as well. This tower, of course, is also a host gift offer. So that's why you can use that to date parties, because you can do, you know, it's a 502 party that they can use that for. And here's another thing about how to use that little search. Over the course of the last year, we have had this color palette, right? We had them with our Wondelier bowls. We've had them with our Cervelier bowls. We had them with measuring cups last year, and we had them, you know, with our spatula and our colander. So go in to your view orders and search vintage. Just put vintage. Don't define anything else. Just put vintage and don't hit return. Just type it in, and this whole list of things that we've sold with vintage. And then you just kind of scroll down. Well, who bought the bowls with the tumblers? Who bought the Cervelier bowls? Who bought the colander? And you just scroll down and click on it. And those are people that you could follow up with to tell them about these that are coming out that they can get all for free, or they can purchase at a great $75 cost as well. Once again, it's all about how you use it to grow your business. And I like to date parties because I know if I date a party, I'm going to get more sales. So create a little bit of interest by showing some fun in real life pictures. Here's one with little bunnies hopping in. So it shows how it can be a great little Easter basket, or how it multiplies, because bunnies multiply, how pretty they are when they're all stacked together. And then I just love this picture. This is my friend April's granddaughter, and she was getting in there and like playing with the bowls, and that face is just like, oh my gosh, can you believe these bowls? I'm bowled over by these bowls. And it's just such a cute picture. And that, you could use a picture like that and say, caption the picture and get people to make comments. And that's going to create the interest. And then you can personally message them all about the bowls. Here's another way you can use this to date parties. Here's one that's just want these free. And then let them, comment who wants these free. And then you send them how they can get them for free. Or once again, so you're saying I can get these for free? Just another way to create that interest, create that excitement, and get people engaged. These are the things that are going to create the later in your now and later business. And of course, starting on Thursday, our new April mailer begins. So you're going to have lots and lots of new specials that you can work with. Congratulations, Kathy, our winner on our Move It Monday drawing. But just keep this in mind. What you're doing right now, you want to do things now that are going to create sales now. But you also want to do things now that are going to set you up for success later, because you want to start Thursday with a full date book of parties for that first week of April. It is Easter weekend, so if you go ahead and start some parties now, they can hold over. You can sell them the specials that are going on now, and then they can take advantage of the later specials in their party when you close their party next week after Easter is over. All right, I want to remind you that we have coming up on April 15th, our virtual top-notch region Spring Fest. It is 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It will be a virtual event, and it is free for you to attend. You do need to get registered by the 29th to be included in the recognition. Here's the list of folks who have already registered. We also have an in-person event happening in Alabama that I know Shannon, Daniel, and some of her team are going to. If you are in the general area of Alabama within a few hours drive, I would encourage you to plan for the live event. Reach out to me if you would like to go in person. Our regional sales director, Hernan Otero, is going to be there. And so you'll get a chance to meet him, the folks from home office. It'll be a lot of fun to be there also. All right. And reminder also that we have our Jubilee registration going on and our Jubilee fundraiser going on. We want to double the number we have registered right now. I posted earlier who had registered already. And remember that we have this awesome fundraiser going on right now for our Everywhere bag. This is the sling bag, AKA fanny pack, but this is so much nicer than any fanny pack you'll ever have. It's very similar to the Lululemon Everywhere bag. It has the 3 pockets. It's nice and big. It fits. It's got a strap that'll fit all the way across body. Charlie's already had to buy, he bought him one because he wants to have one for himself. I told him he couldn't have it. He had to buy it. So he did. And so we're contributing to the Jubilee Fund. And of course, every one of these contributes money to our Jubilee Fund that everyone registered for Jubilee and attending Jubilee gets a part of that towards their expenses. So rush over there right now and get registered for that. You should have an email that came to you directly for your Jubilee registration, and the link to purchase your Everywhere bag is on the Hooray page. Go look for that on the Hooray Sales group. There are limited quantities of these. These are about half gone. So don't wait if you've been wanting to get one of these, okay? And I'll close tonight with this last quote: to never give up. Because you know what? When there's 2 days left to go, there's still so much more we can do. And a winner is a dreamer who never gives up. So remember, once you know your why is connected to your dream is connected to your heart. When you have a dream and you work toward making that dream happen, you will win. And a winner is a dreamer who never gives up. So thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Looking forward to a great close to these next 2 weeks. We need to really pump it up these next 2 days, because we've missed our 5,000 a day goal for the last 3 days. So we want to try to push it in there and take full advantage of all the specials that we have to make big things happen. But thank you all. Love, love, love you guys. Want to hear what you're doing now to build for later. Go ahead and put that in the comments as we go forward, and share with us some of the tips that you're using, because after all, we are always #BetterTogether. Good night, everybody. Great to have you on. Let me put a little bit of music and there we go.
Okay, then. While you're here, I just want to tell you a little story. It's an old story that my daddy used to tell me. He was a